Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into something really key in real estate, appraisals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, maybe you're not an appraiser, but understanding this process and especially how it might get faster, that impacts pretty much everyone buying or selling.
It really does. We're looking at a platform called RoostStart. It's built for appraisers.
Okay.
And our mission today is to see how it tackles some big pain points in how they work and what that means for the speed of getting deals done.
Right. So the big picture issue, appraisers, these skilled pros, they spend maybe half their time not actually valuing the property.
Right.
Sources suggest around 50%.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Think about having to measure the same house again if you get a new assignment on it later.
And taking all new photos, wading through paperwork. There's a lot of repeat effort, it sounds like.
A significant amount of non-valuation work, exactly. And that repetition, well, it adds up.
And you feel that impact downstream, right?
Yeah.
Average appraisal times are, 16 business days?
Yeah.
Sometimes way longer.
Easily. That can stall everything. Weeks of just waiting, causing stress for buyers, sellers, everyone.
So RoostStart is trying to change that.
That's the idea. It's a platform where appraisers can securely share specific data points from past jobs, non-confidential stuff.
Share and even monetize.
Yeah, potentially monetize it. It's about unlocking value that's kind of just sitting there in old files and smoothing out the workflow.
Okay, let's really drill down on that inefficiency problem. You said maybe half the time isn't valuation. Some sources even say only like 25% is pure analysis.
It can be that low, yeah. The rest, it's eaten up by manual data entry, just managing the paperwork, setting up site visits, taking photos, organizing them.
Wow, that sounds like a major time sink.
It is. And what's really interesting or maybe frustrating is that the physical data they collect, the measurements, the sketches, it's often redundant after just one report.
So you do all that work and then it just sits there.
Pretty much. Unless you happen to get assigned the exact same property again soon, you're often starting from scratch, measurement-wise.
And getting that data isn't simple either, is it? You're pulling from public records, MLS, other places.
Right. And the quality, the format, it can be all over the place. Inconsistent.
Plus, typing all that in manually under pressure, mistakes happen.
Oh, definitely. And errors mean revisions, which means more delays. It's a cycle.
So RoostStart steps in here. How does it actually work on the appraiser's end?
Okay, so it's a web-based platform just for licensed appraisers. They take their appraisal file, usually the XML format.
The standard format.
Yeah, and they upload it. The platform then extracts only the non-confidential physical data.
Like what specifically?
Things like the property address, the sketch data, the layout measurements, photos of the property, basic characteristics like square footage, number of rooms.
Got it. So not the valuation itself or anything private?
No, absolutely not. It creates this sort of digital asset tied to that property address.
And the appraiser who uploaded it owns that asset.
They control it. They can then choose to make that specific data set available for sale within the platform.
So if another appraiser gets an assignment for that same house.
Exactly. They could potentially buy that existing sketch data or those photos from the first appraiser.
Okay, I see the two sides here. The original appraiser makes a little passive income, which is nice. But the big win seems to be for the second appraiser, right?
Yeah.
They save potentially hours of field work.
That's the core efficiency game, yeah. Less time measuring, less time taking basic photos, more time focused on the actual analysis and adjustments.
Which should mean faster turnaround times overall.
That's the goal. Faster appraisals, benefit appraisers, lenders, buyers, sellers, the whole chain.
And maybe over time, the data quality gets better too, if there's a marketplace for it.
That's a potential side effect, though it's crucial to remember the appraiser buying the data is still responsible for verifying it.
Right, they can't just blindly trust it. It's a starting point.
Exactly. It's a tool, not a replacement for due diligence.
No, I can imagine some appraisers might be hesitant. Sharing data, there are concerns, surely. Confidentiality, liability.
Totally valid concerns. RoostStart stresses it's only the non-confidential physical stuff, which aligns with professional standards like USPAP.
Right.
The appraiser always controls what gets uploaded and offered for sale. They're in the driver's seat.
And liability. If someone uses my sketch and there's an error.
The platform makes it clear. The purchasing appraiser is ultimately responsible for their own final report and ensuring the accuracy of everything in it, regardless of where they sourced preliminary data.
That's a key distinction. This isn't like an AMC, an appraisal management company, right? It doesn't assign work or set fees.
Correct. It's positioned as a tool for appraisers, a peer-to-peer data sharing facilitator, not another layer of management.
So zooming out, if this catches on in a market, say like Travis County, what's the potential impact?
Well, you could see faster deal closings, just generally increased market efficiency, less friction in the transaction.
Maybe more consistency in just the basic property data that everyone uses.
Potentially, yeah. A more consistent baseline for things like square footage or room count could emerge over time. Maybe even aggregated, anonymized data could offer some market insights down the line, but that's more speculative and subject to privacy rules.
Interesting. Could it maybe even lead to slightly fairer valuations if the underlying physical data is more robust?
It's possible. By streamlining the data gathering, it lets appraisers focus more energy on the complex valuation analysis itself.
So wrapping this up, the main takeaway seems to be Roost Report is this novel approach. Using tech to help appraisers leverage their own past work, the non-confidential bits, to save time and maybe earn a bit extra.
Exactly. It tackles that redundancy problem head on.
And for listeners who aren't appraisers, it's a glimpse into how tech is trying to smooth out these critical, sometimes slow parts of buying or selling a home.